Hope you're doing good. Micah back with another video. Back here to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. And what a device. As you see, the blinking light lets you know that the battery is running low on the case. So that's something that I will have to do after this video, which is charge the case back up to make sure these things are reliable when I'm out and about, whether it's the gym, whether it's on break at work, or one of my other jobs where I can actually have these in for the duration of my shift. And that's one of the first things I actually want to start with is battery life on the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. To me, it seems like they've gotten like a tad bit better. Like I know they're advertised about 5 to 6, and for like the very beginning of having these, I feel like the battery was actually closer to like 5 hours for them to last before they finally started to die. And that's with adaptive audio, not using active noise cancellation all the way, but also not using ambient sound all the way, a mixture of both, and it seemed to have hovered around 5 hours worth of battery time, which is essentially as advertised. But over the course of time and months having these, I noticed that battery life actually got better with these, and I actually noticed like the extra half an hour to hour difference. I'm actually hovering much closer to like 5 hours and 45 minutes worth of listening time, and this is playing back music via Apple Music or playback via YouTube. I rarely listen to any streaming services like Netflix or anything like that because I have a TV for that, and I'm not out and about enough where I have the time to just flex the fold and watch a movie or a TV show. So it's really Apple Music or YouTube that I'm streaming to and from the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. And I'm noticing about 5 hours and 45 minutes worth of watch worth of listening time to 6 hours. To me, that means that there's been an improvement on Samsung's side. Now, whether or not that was an update that they sent out to the Galaxy Z Fold 6 or not, these buds have only received one update since they've released. And so, matter of fact, while we're here, we can probably check to see if there's another update because I have not checked in the last couple of days. But let's go ahead into the Galaxy Wearable app, click on the buds. Once they pull up, and as you guys can see, the buds, or the case rather, everything's low. Let's go down here to, wrong one, earbud settings, scroll down to earbud software update, and you see I checked February 11th, today is the 19th. Let's see within the last 8 days, have they pushed out an update? They have not. So Samsung has been very confident in the software and the optimization of these buds when it comes to everyday use. For them to not have pushed out an update but once since these released back in July 2024. And that's kind of like where I want to talk about next is the fact that the software is really solid, and I can see why Samsung hasn't pushed out an update. Now, in my opinion, would I like for them to push out an update just to address some minor issues I have with voice control? Yes. Now, as you guys know, that's one of the main features I praise about the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro is the fact that the voice control on these work very, very well. I've demonstrated them in a few different videos talking about the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. But however, and to me, it almost seems like it's a little bit. No, I don't even want to say it happens more times than not in any listening mode. But I definitely notice in ANC or active noise cancellation, it does seem like it can kind of ignore the voice command to deal with skipping tracks or replaying tracks. But I think that it's independent of that because the buds are still able to pick up your voice. I just think that they need to be maybe just a little bit more fine-tuned to be able to pick up your voice command to then initiate or execute that command. So that's where I would like to see some of the software improvements thereof for these. For me, I have not used these much for any translation of conversations. And the times that I would like to use these for translation, I can't even wear these. So it kind of hurts from that perspective not to be able to use them in that way. But I will say, whenever I get to fly on a plane and I'm sitting next to people who speak different language, these will come in handy then because I've had many instances where I'm sitting next to somebody, they don't really quite speak English, and I've had to, finagle my way through a conversation to try to help them with their needs. So these buds will actually be able to do that for me and for those who may have used these to interpret different languages quite well. So from a software perspective, I do find these to be relatively consistent when it comes to just the overall use. The only thing I'm noticing in Samsung's ecosystem when it comes to software is once you start trying to load it with modes and routines, it seems like it gets a bit overwhelmed even though they provide you with all of those features. Take for instance, I have a mode a routine set up, and I think I may have showed you guys about this the last time. But if we come in here to settings, and I jump in here to modes and routines, and I jump in here to exercise, this is supposed to activate my. Let's see. Well, this really just activates the phone, and if I come on over here to routines, you see I have a not the watch AOD, the gym ANC. When I show up to my Crunch Fitness, it's supposed to kick on active noise cancellation, and then when it ends, it's supposed to revert back to adaptive. This happened like once or twice, and it never happened again. Like I have to actually manually use my watch, actually go into the my controller settings for the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro and actually turn on ANC. Now, thankfully, that's a very shortcut method. I don't even have to use my phone to do that. But one of the things that I don't like is the fact that I set up the automated routine to do this for me and it actually isn't working. So I'm trying to figure out whether or not it's the buds that's impeding that command to execute, or is it the phone, or is it a combination of both? Maybe I need to do a simple restart of my phone, because I also noticed that my mode when I was at my Christian meeting tonight didn't kick on to put my phone into do not disturb. So I'm thinking that I may just have to do a reset on my phone and everything should run as according to plan. So maybe I'll do that and see if that changes tomorrow when I go to the gym. But that is one of the inconsistencies I've noticed when it comes to Samsung's ecosystem. Sometimes you need to reboot in order for things to work properly again, which I don't like. That's one of the things I didn't have to really worry about when I was experimenting with Apple's ecosystem. So hopefully Samsung can fix that when it comes to their Galaxy ecosystem of devices. The main subject that I really want to talk about is durability. Now, at first glance, you probably saw the case. It's got a little nick right there. It's got a little scratch. But overall, the case not being protected is still in good shape, right? And I use wireless charging to charge these, so I rarely use the USB-C unless I'm at one of my jobs and I just notice my case is low. But the case is still in good shape, phenomenal shape outside of that nick or so. And then the buds, you see some of the paint has chipped because these I have dropped regularly. And not necessarily dropped, these have just slipped out of my ears. And I think I'm gonna get memory foam tips to really try to see if I can alleviate that. But landing on porcelain floor or concrete floor or hard floor or hardwood floor or vinyl floor, I'm not surrounded by a lot of carpet when these drop. These are dropped out of my ears from several different heights, and they still work. One of the things that actually scared me was it fell out of my ear during a break at one of my jobs. My left one, it's always the left one that falls out too. And once this falls out, me kind of jittering my head to try to catch it, my right one ends up falling out, right? One of the things that I noticed when I dropped it that last time was the left bud started freaking out. It's like as it got close to this one being in the other ear, I got a bunch of static feedback and I had to take it out of my ear because otherwise it would have deafened me. So what was interesting was all I did was kind of like shake it and kind of tapped it against my hand. I put it back in my ear. It worked again flawless. I have had no issues with it since then. One of the issues I have had, though, and I think it's probably because of the gym, because I only experience it at the gym. I don't experience it when I'm at work, any job. It's only when I'm at the gym, and I think it's because of the fans blowing a lot of air. That air actually messes with the Bluetooth connectivity between the buds and your source. And when I'm at the gym, from time to time, I will experience a slight disconnect, or one bud works, but the other one doesn't, before everything works fine again. And I don't even walk that far away from my phone, or I may not have walked away from my phone in general, but it will provide me with inconsistent connectivity briefly when I'm at the gym. And I think it is because of those fans blowing at the top. A lot of air and wind actually distorts signal, I think. So I think that's the only thing that really messes with that, because I haven't experienced that anywhere else. So be on the lookout for that for your buds as well. But I could definitely say long-term rise for these Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. I love them. I just need to get some memory foam tips to really fix the ear seal. But the quality is impeccable from a bass perspective, from a clarity perspective, from a balanced range perspective. I have had no issues with these buds listening to anything, and that's what I like. And be able to be so hands-free with them to control volume, to control track play. that's what I like to experience from a pair of buds that are supposed to be more hands-free. And Samsung accomplishes that here with the Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. So let me know down in the comment section below if you guys like your buds. Do you even use a pair of buds, earbuds? Are you over the ear all day? The comment section is open for discussion. But again, as always, if you guys haven't already, make sure to ignite the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. It's all free. That way you never miss our videos. So you and I can sit back, check, see what's cracking. And don't forget that super thanks button down there by the like and dislike button, Cash App and PayPal, and check the channel out for all the videos available to you. That's where to keep tech fresh and alive on this channel. But your man Micah signing out, and until the next video, wait for it.